Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Lenten Retreat. My name is Sister Anna Rose, and I just want to take a few minutes to welcome you all and thank you for joining us today and to share a little bit of what you'll be able to expect during our retreat. So we're just so happy to have you with us. Myself and all of my sisters have been praying for each one of you for months and weeks leading up to this day, and we're just so excited to be able to pray with you throughout today as we approach Holy Week and the Feast of Easter. So before we get started, I'm just going to walk through some of what you'll be able to expect from our talks today. One thing that I want to really encourage each one of you to do as you listen to the talks and the reflections and the meditations is to really just make this day a day of prayer and a day of silence. So whether you're with another group of people or maybe you're in your home experiencing this retreat, I would really encourage you just to take time for silence. So if you want to break up the talks and the meditations and take some time in between the different pieces of the retreat, I'd really encourage you to do that and just make space to really continue to take in everything that you're hearing. Something else that we would really encourage, if you would like, is to make use of journaling. So as you're listening to the talks and the songs, just maybe take note of things that strike you, words that you'd like to go back to in your own prayer, and just continue to meditate on those. And for those of you who are participating in small groups, either with our sisters or perhaps in small groups on your own or within your parish, those notes can really be helpful to aid you in sharing as you share about some of the graces that the Lord poured out on you during your time today. Something else that I just wanted to touch on is it doesn't have to necessarily be a lot. So maybe there's only one word or one phrase that catches you throughout the day, and that's okay. Perhaps that's just the one thing that the Lord really wants to speak to your heart. So it doesn't have to be a lot. Sometimes less is more. Our theme for this year's Lenten Retreat is Into Your Hands, Father. And it's such a beautiful theme, and I know I've already benefited from praying with it throughout these weeks as we've been getting ready for the retreat. What we really hope for each one of us is that we can just focus on those words of Jesus as he commends his life, his whole person back into his Father's hands. And so we'll be looking at that theme from a few different angles today. The first talk for our retreat is given to us by Sister Mary Gemma, and during her talk, she'll actually be taking those words of Jesus, into your hands, Father, and breaking them open a little bit for us. So she'll be looking at them through the lens of what the scriptures tell us, and also through sharing different pieces from her own life experience, and also experiences from the life of Chiara Petrillo, who I can't wait for you to find out more about her life because she has such a beautiful story. At the end of Sister Mary Gemma's talk, we will also be sharing a song that Sister Mary Gemma wrote based on the prayer of abandonment by Charles de Foucauld. So you'll be able to continue to meditate on her talk as you listen to the words of that song. And then following both of those things, we will also be offering a meditation. And so with that, we really just encourage you to use that silence and how you're guided through the time of prayer to let the words of the song and the talk really sink in deeply to your heart. After that, Sister Catherine will offer our next talk for the retreat. And during her talk, she'll be focusing on the 3 very holy days of the Triduum, which we're approaching next week. So Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and into Easter Sunday, and sharing about how Jesus really experienced that invitation to trust in the Father, to abandonment to the Father, even when it was difficult in the midst of suffering. She'll also be sharing experiences from her own life that can really aid each one of us in reflecting more on how suffering and challenges can actually lead us closer into relationship with our Father. At the end of that talk, Sister Catherine will also lead us through a meditation to continue to take deeper what she already shared in her talk. And so we really just encourage you to stay with that meditation and let the words of her talk sink in deeply. Following that, we will be sharing another song sung by our sisters. It's a meditation on a very familiar song, Were You There? And we just encourage you to use the words of that song to deepen your own prayer. Finally, towards the end of our retreat page, if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that we also have a sharings by two of our good community friends, Irby and Cindy. And we asked them to come and just share about how they have also experienced the invitation to trust and abandonment in their own lives. And they both have just such beautiful things to share, and I really encourage you to listen and to take to heart what they'll be sharing with you. So as we've done before, we'll also be posting some materials to help you in your prayer and reflection, so different questions or quotes that have been used in the talks. And so those will be available for you on this webpage to aid you throughout your prayer today and in the days following. We also wanted to let you know that the material that we have today will continue to be available to you. So if you're not able to see everything today, or if you want to go back to something that struck you, you'll be able to do that in the days following. And finally, as before, we really do welcome your input. So after you've viewed the retreat, we'll be sending you a way for you to give feedback on the retreat and on the talks. And we really do take that seriously. So any comments or constructive criticism that you have, we really do welcome that. And we would love to hear from you. And so again, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us and for taking time out of your busy day and your busy week to be with us, to pray with us. Please know that we will continue to keep you and all of your intentions in our prayers as we enter into this most holy week. And we're just so happy to have you with us, praying with us, and know that we will be praying for you as we continue in this journey of Holy Week up until Easter. May God bless you.